Hello crafty friends, welcome to another card making ideas video. Today I've got a piece of linen textured white card and some distress oxides. We've got worn lipstick, dried marigold and squeezed lemonade, so all on the warm side of the colour wheel. And I'm going to blend them on this piece of card, try and get a nice blend. So I load up my brush with the worn lipstick and then start off the card and make circle motions onto the card. I find that's a good way of starting off some blending. And every time my brush feels a bit dry, I just go back and pick up some more ink. Now I'll do some dried marigold. This ink pad feels a lot juicier, so there's a lot more ink on my brush. I'll spread that around and blend it with the worn lipstick a bit. We'll get some more worn lipstick and blend over that area there. Now some squeezed lemonade. Again, blending it with that dried marigold to get a smoothish transition. So I don't leave fingerprints in the ink. I'm going to put a bit of post-it tape note on my hand there. That'll help me keep this still. And there's some more dried marigold. I might bring it down a bit further. A little bit of worn lipstick at the bottom. And just go in with each colour where I feel I need more of it. I might bring in a little bit of that squeezed lemonade up here to orangify the pink a bit. Now I'll go over the whole thing with a clean microfiber cloth just to buff and blend, get off any excess ink. Now I'm going to give this a little spritz with a relatively fine mist of water and hopefully get a few blobs as well. And I'll roll this paper towel over to pick up that watery ink. And I've got a lovely distressed splotchy pattern and I'll give that a thorough dry. So my final card is going to be 5 by 7 inches. So I'm going to cut me a couple of panels that are 4 by 6 inches. So there are my panels. I'm going to flip those over and tape them together so I can work on them as one. So I've got this stamp set, which I believe is from Global Land on Amazon. I'm going to take this grungy dot stamp and I'll ink it up with VersaFine Onyx black ink, and I'm going to stamp here across the border and one here. That wasn't meant to happen, but we can fix it. And I've got another grungy stamp. I think it's a bit of film strip maybe. And we'll add this here. I'm going to take the first stamp that I used and add a little bit extra. I think I want a bit coming in just from the bottom of this one. Like that. And I've got some grungy circles, which I think will work well at disguising where I dropped the stamp before. And now I've done my stamping, I want to add a bit of metallic splattering. So I'm going for this very dark copper. So this can also help disguise that accident up there. I'm going to try and keep most of the spattering around the stamped areas. And I'm going to give that a really thorough dry. Now I can separate them again. And I'm going to mount them both on black card to give them a nice black border. And I'll use my mini Perfect Layers tool to give them a border of 1/8 of an inch. And these can now go on the card blanks, and then we'll work on embellishing and sentimenting. So I've got this outline rose die, which I think will look really lovely on the front of a card, but I want to fill up the pattern because otherwise it's not going to look so lovely. So I'm going to use this grungy typewriter font background stamp. It's just a repeated alphabet over and over again. I've inked it up with black soot distress oxide, so it's not quite as dark as the VersaFine. And I'm going to stamp on this piece of card. I'm using the reverse of a piece of linen textured card because I don't want the linen texture on this bit. So that's basically what I wanted. Looking good. I'll give that a quick dry. And now I'm going to dry emboss the flower. Just making sure it's sort of on straight. And I'll set this up for embossing. So I've got my thick plate, a cutting plate, the rubber mat, get all the bits off it, the card, the die, and my self-healing cutting mat on top. So that's pushed the die down into it and embossed the pattern onto the card. You can't really see anything, but what I'm going to do is glue this on top. I've got some high-tack white glue here and my glue dotter, and I'll use that to add glue to the back of the die cut. You could die cut it with some double-sided sticky on the back, but it's always a bit hit or miss, I find, how well it cuts through. So now we just have to lock this into place. So theoretically, if I get one bit lined up, the rest should line up. Might need a little nudge here and there. And now I'll cut around the edge. First of all, I'll remove big chunks, and then I'll go in with my detail scissors and cut neatly up against the edge of the black. So I've cut that, but just to make sure that the edge is black, I'm going to run around it with a Sharpie. Make it look super neat and tidy. So I'm really liking that. I think it might need a splash of colour here and there though. This is always a bit risky at this stage, especially as I didn't use a waterproof ink for the alphabet stamping. So maybe just a smattering of green around the leaves. It's just a little splash here and there. You just touch the brush, it shouldn't do too much damage, I don't think. And then maybe a little bit of red. No, not that one. Yeah, maybe that one. To the roses here and there. It's just a kind of arty look. And a bit of yellow, I think. Dot it about. If it's a bit wet, just dab it up with a paper towel, dry it with a hairdryer. I put some 1mm deep foam tape on the back of this to give it a bit of lift. I will add some wet glue to the foam, even though it's sticky, and this just will give me a moment to wiggle things into place, because I do want the writing to be horizontal, or as horizontal as possible. So for a sentiment, I'm thinking one of my print and cut ones. Are you the best? I just think this black and white will stand out nicely. You can download all of my print and cut sentiments from a link in the video description. You can print them at home and then either cut them out with scissors or use a cutting machine. So I think we'll place this in the middle horizontally, but a third of the way up the card. I have put that on some foam tape. So we've got a double layer of foam tape there. So this is borderline regular letter for the UK Postal Service. And I'm thinking, as we've got plenty of dimension, may as well add some more in the form of copper penny Nouveau drops and dot those around. Bit of extra dimension, a bit of shimmer and shine. And there you go, one 5x7 card. I'm gonna go and do something with the other one now. So stick around for a couple more minutes and I'll show you how that one turned out. And here is card number 2. For this one, I used this grungy, dotty, sort of linen textured stamp to stamp on some white card. And I did that in StazOn, which is a waterproof ink, so that when I added some watercolour, it wouldn't run. I then die cut out a black scribbly heart, stuck it on the paper and cut round it with my scissors and edged it with that black pen again. I didn't bother with the dry embossing stage this time, but I kind of wish I had because it looks quite flat. With the dry embossing you do get a sense of texture and dimension. But anyway, I stuck that on this intersection of the rule of thirds grid, and I added another one of those print and cut sentiments down here on the bottom left intersection of the rule of thirds grid. And to connect them, I added copper Nouveau drops as I did on the first card, but I also added some black Nouveau drops because I felt they needed something dark to connect them. So that's another 2 mixed media cards for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video and the process. Do let me know if you're going to give this a go. And I hope to see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.